to the world of maths. This is Christabel and you're watching my YouTube channel KRISY'S Maths Academy. So, this video is the first video on the chapter of HCF and LCM of numbers. So, I will be putting a series of videos which will have the topics under this chapter. Okay? So, in this video, I am going to cover the topics of factors and multiples, HCF, that is what is HCF, that is the highest common factor, and the two methods of HCF, that is the factorization method and the division method. Okay, so let's start. The first topic is factors and multiples. Okay, so in factors and multiples, if you consider if a number say A divides another number B exactly, then we say that A is the factor of B. Also we can say B is the multiple of A. Okay. So let's see with an example. Suppose we consider the number B is equal to 4. And then I am considering the number 2. This is A. Okay. So 2 is the factor of 4. Why? Because 2 divides 4 exactly. 2 completely divides 4, right? And then we can say 4 is a multiple of 2, because if we multiply this number, that is 2, with any other number, with a particular number, if we multiply with 2 means we will get the value 4. So we can tell that 2 is the factor of 4 and 4 is the multiple of 2. Okay, if I consider the number 4, let's see what all factors are there. So for a particular number, there will be some factors in which they can be multiplied into. So 4 can be written as 4 into 1. 4 can also be written as 2 into 2. Okay. The factors of 4 will be 1, 2 and 4, right? And the multiple 1, 2 and 4 are the factors of 4, as well as we can say that 4 is the multiple of 1, 2 and 4. That is, if we multiply, we will get the value 4, right? That's all for the factors and multiples. Now the next topic is HCF, that is highest common factor. It is also known as GCM, that is the greatest common measure. So what is this HCF? I'll tell you the definition. Suppose we consider two numbers, okay, and out of those two numbers, the greatest number which can divide these two numbers, that is called as the HCF. Okay, for example, 4 and 2, which is the greatest number, highest common factor. Okay, suppose for 4 the factors are 1, 2 and 4. For 2 the factors are 1 and 2, right? So in these two factors, because these are the numbers which will exactly divide the above number. So if we are considering two numbers, 4 and 2, we have to find the highest common factor. The highest number is, which is common 2. Okay. So we can say that HCF of 4 and 2 will be 2. Okay. So it is easy to find the HCF of small numbers. We can just write down the factors and take out the common numbers. But what about bigger numbers? For that there are two methods. One is called the factorization method and other is called the division method. So let's see those two methods. The first one is factorization method. So in factorization method, anyway, HCF is we have to consider two or more numbers and find the HCF of those two or more numbers. So in factorization method is when we get those two or more numbers, out of those numbers we have to express those numbers, each of those numbers as multiples of the prime factors. Okay. So for example, if I write 4, I had to express this 4 as multiples of prime numbers. Prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, etc. So 4 can be written as 2 into 2. I must mention it as multiple of prime factors. Okay. So 4 can be mentioned as 2 into 2. So like that, each of those numbers which is given, in which we have to find the HCF, each numbers must be represented as the multiple of prime factors. And out of those prime factors, we have to take the common prime factors, that is the highest common, and that will be the HCF. Okay. So I'll start with an example. I have to find the HCF of 110 and 48. Okay. So factorization method is, first I will take the number 110. I have to divide this number. In order to know its multiples, we have to divide this number continuously by prime factors. Okay. If I say 110, the prime number 2. So 2 is divisible by 110, right? So I draw like this and I put 2 and I divide 110 by 2. What I get? 55, right? Then 55, I have to see the next least prime factor which can divide 55. That is 5. 11. So I can't divide 11 further. So I have factorized this number, that is 110. Factorized means I have found the factors of 110. The factors of 110 are 2, 5 and 11. And then obviously 1 will be a factor of any number, because 1 can be divided any number. Okay. Now the next number is 48. 48 can be divided by 2. I get 24. Again need to divide by 2. I get 12. Again I divide by 2. I get 6. Again I divide by 2. I get 3. 3 cannot be further divided, right? Okay. So the factors of 48 are 2 into, we can say factors are 2. We have to express in their multiples. So 2, 2, 2 and 3. So how I can write is, 110 can be written as 2 into 5 into 11. Okay. 48 can be written as 2 4 times, right? 2 raised to 4 into 3. Or I can write 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. So out of this, we have to find the highest value which is common. 2 raised to 1 only, that is only 2 is the highest common value among these factors. Okay. So upon this I can express, if I write like this and if we compare, there is only 2, the number 2 which is common. So we can tell that HCF of 110 and 48 is 2. Suppose this is 220. That is extra we have to multiply into 2. So the HCF of 220 and 48 will be, here 2 into 2, 2 into 2 can be taken as common. So when we write, HCF will be 2 into 2, which is equal to 4. So this is the method of factorization. In this way we can find out the highest common factor. So next, let's see the next method. Now the next method is the division method. Okay. So in division method, we have, suppose there are two numbers. Okay. Say x and y. Okay. and the steps we need to follow on those two methods are as follows. We have to see which of these two are the largest number, and we have to divide that largest number by the smallest number. So when we divide, we'll get a remainder. Sometimes if the remainder is 0, then the divisor, the smallest number, will be the HCF. If we are getting a remainder, again we have to use that remainder as a divisor and divide the divisor of the previous number, right? The divisor of the previous number we have to divide with the remainder which we had got, okay? And then we will repeat that process. So once we get the remainder as 0, the last divisor which we have got will be the highest common factor of those two numbers, okay? So let's see an example. Let's see the highest common factor of 110 and 48. So among this, which is highest? 110. So what I do is 110 divided by 48. So when I see 48 into 2, 96, right? Okay. And then when I take the difference, I am getting the remainder as 40. Okay. Now what I need to do is, this remainder will be the divisor and I have to divide the previous divisor with this remainder. Okay. So what I did, I'll draw like this and I put 48. Now I have to divide 48 by 40. 14 into 3 is 46. I get the answer or the remainder as 2. Now I have to divide 14 by 2. 2 into 7 gives 14. I get the remainder as 0. Okay. So out of this, the last divisor is 2. So we can say that HCF of 110 and 48 equals 2. So this is the division method in which we can find the HCF of two numbers. So in the next video, I'll work out on problems on the factorization method as well as division method, so you can understand better. Okay. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel and click on that bell icon so that you will get notification on my next video. Also do share this video among your friends who need to improve their quantitative aptitude. Okay. So see you in my next video. Bye.